I think we're playing to lose rather than to win right now. That is what Carmelo Anthony said after the Knicks' 9th straight loss. The last time the Knicks won at home was on October 30th against Milwaukee in the season opener. I'm Tony Collins with your ESPN headline. For more on this, we bring in Ian Begley, who covers the Knicks for ESPNNewYork.com. Ian, they've had the closed-door meetings, but it seems as if they haven't been able to bring the group together. Why do you think it's been so difficult for them to be on the same page?
Injuries have played a role. Lineup changes throughout the season have also played a role, and a lack of leadership has played a role. So you take those three things and you put them together, and you see what goes into this 3-13 season. I think one of the most alarming things coming out of the locker room recently is players saying that they miss the leadership of the veterans who were on this team last year. A lot of players, Carmelo Anthony included, have said that those guys were able to give the team an inner confidence even when the team was struggling, that they were able to get out of those struggles. And they haven't had the same vibe in that locker room this year. They said things have kind of snowballed on them as the losses have piled up, and that's a troubling thing to hear if you're Knicks head coach Mike Woodson.
Well, at the beginning of the season, Knicks owner Jim Dolan said that his team should compete for a championship. Now they're in the middle of their worst home losing streak. Is it too early to be concerned about Mike Woodson's job security?
I don't think it's too early. I mean, I think when you're dealing with Knicks owner James Dolan, he has a history of making decisions based on his emotions. So, you can never really tell which direction he's going in. So it's really never too early to speculate on anyone's job. But all indications right now are that Mike is safe, and he should be the coach of this team on Thursday when they play the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn. But if they lose that game in Brooklyn, you can be sure that speculation about Woodson's job will only ramp up.
Ian, they dealt their 2014 first-round pick to Denver as part of the three-team blockbuster trade that brought Carmelo Anthony to the Knicks in 2011, so it's not as if they will have this ray of hope next season. What will the Knicks have to do to fix this mess?
They're really stuck with the players on this roster, Tony. I mean, you pretty much hit it on the head. Other than making a trade and specifically thinking about trading Iman Shumpert, there's not much roster construction that GM Steve Mills can do. So the Knicks can only hope that they get healthy, that Tyson Chandler gets back on the floor as soon as possible and makes a huge difference, because there's not much change from the outside on the horizon here. So they need a healthy Tyson Chandler to come back and help shore up the defense, and they need Ray Felton to really get 100% healthy, because he's been bothered recently by a hip injury, and that's impacted his play. So two key players are dealing with injuries. If the Knicks get whole, maybe things are different, but as you said, not much they can do from an outside perspective at this point.
Ian Begley with the insight. Up next for the Knicks, they take on the 5-12 Brooklyn Nets. For the latest news on the Knicks and the Nets, make sure to keep it right here on ESPNNewYork.com. I'm Tony Collins with your ESPN headline.